How's it going, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to another episode of ZB Ties. Thank you for joining me. Today we will be tying up our Walley wing or two feather fly, and we're going to be putting some CDC on the back, the traditional rooster hackle in the front, and I've been having some good luck adding a little bit of extra CDC tufts over the back and splitting the wing case with it, so stay tuned for that. So we're gonna go ahead and get started here. So we got our thinner spectrum ultra thread. I think it's 70. We'll just start by making a thread base. Get that guy cut. Bring it back because it is going to hook up once we add that mallard feather, and that's what we're going to start off with. So go ahead and grab one of those. I've been having a hard time trying to find some longer ones, but that's what you want to try and find, are the longer mallard feathers. And for the tail, you can get away with the shorter ones. This is obviously a shorter one, but the wings, it's nice to have the longer ones. So you want to try and get an even number of segments, give or take. And we're just going to tie that in backwards. Let's get some wraps on here. And the trick with this guy is getting it to stay on straight. Just hold her where you want it. Get a bunch of thread wraps. Pull this up. Get a couple back and forth. Cut all that out of there. Straggler. It's alright. Let's finish the tail. Pull out one or two segments. I like to do two, so we can all see it a little better. Here's two. I think that two is a little more durable. Once you get that tail segment tied on and cut, we're ready to do the wings. Here's a longer feather segment I have. Pull off all the fluffy stuff, and we'll isolate the top and pull these back. You want to try and use the middle where like the longest segments are before they get fluffy. That's what I try and do. Bring our thread forward. Get a couple wraps on there. Get her sitting pretty. Get in, cut the rest. If you do it right, you can have it be pretty seamless between the two butts of the feathers, but I usually cut it short. No worries, dubbing will fill that in. So we're gonna do a dubbing loop, so get that guy rolling. Hook the dubbing. We're gonna hook the dubbing loop back where we were. Put that, ooh, this is why I whip finish. There it goes. Whip finish that guy so it doesn't fall off the back. So you just witness. Alright, now we're gonna get some dubbing on there, or wax on there, so we can get the dubbing on there. I got some Senyo's laser dub. Pull some of that out of there. And it's probably gonna be a lot. I always overdo it. I like this laser dub. It's got some like little purple in there if you look close. Get that body rolling, fill in that divot. Slight taper to it. That should be good. Let's whip it off. Let's get some CDC rolling. We got some Col de Canard white, same thing. Challenge is to try and find a long one. Get in our handy block here. Size that uses the most. And grab the clippers here. Some jaws. And I like to use a longer set for this. Just below the stem. Because you want to have something to grab for the thread to grab onto. Let's trade places with these. Oop. Get all this in there. One spin in there gets you. Bam. Give it a nice spin. Now I try and go like one rib forward and get rid of some of that excess thread, and then bring it back just so it doesn't mash down the tail. And then as you wrap forward, kind of try and collect them, bring them back to some degree. Now we got our body all set up in there. I'm gonna do 2 thread wraps behind, 2 in front, and that should be secure. Let's get a whip finish so we can save that guy. Cut out that dubbing loop. Let's go ahead and finish our wings here. Just grab these guys, pull them down. Same with this side. Couple these guys. Oh. Unzip it. Clip the stem, clip the tips. Walley wings are done. Let's get in here and trim out some of these crazies. Just want a thick body here. And just to make sure this thing corks, I'm gonna add a little tough. We got some more bright cream colored CDC, but this is in tough format. It's nice to use both. Set these up to be a wing set. I try and split these 2 flies just so I know it's gonna work out later. Couple wraps. We'll just pull it back. We'll ramp these guys up a bit more. Quick whip. And let's get that last rooster hackle on here. This is a long skinny one. Those are pretty big though. Let's see what else we got. These would be nice spears. That'll do. Pull off the bottom, cut them, trim it so your thread can grab onto that. Now I want to get one more thread behind the wings, but in front of that CDC. And then see if I can't catch the rest of the barbs. Get one more. Bring that thread forward. Tie it off. Let's get this thread rolling around. Two or three behind. Try and get that first one snug up front to push those forward. 2 in front. Two behind. Whip it off. Get one more in there before we do our last ones. Just make sure we do our job right. Oh yeah, buy a lottery ticket. And lastly, we're just gonna grab the CDC here and try and split these wings with it. Split the wings. Ooh. Here it goes. Come on, you. Split these wings. Pull that CDC forward while pulling the hackle back. That's the challenge of this one. And I like to do 2 loose, pull it back so you can kind of scoot it back a little more. That's why you do them loose. And we whip finish. And pull that up so it kind of resembles the caddis head after we cut it. We're just going to whip that off. Let's get some finishing whips. Nice. Let's go. 1 or 2 more of those. Finish it off with some head cement. Good shape. Well, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Nice little CDC Walley wing mayfly. This guy's fun for bass, trout, panfish. A lot of things will eat this guy. 1 or 2 more crazies will get out of here. Well, I hope you enjoyed it. Hope you learned something. Best of luck fishing. Happy tying. Stay tuned for more. Thank you for joining me. Take care.